Right, we are moving on to perpendicular bisectors. So hopefully we remember that perpendicular means two lines that intersect to create a 90-degree angle. So when they intersect, they're creating a 90-degree angle right here. And it's always going to be proven with the little box. So if you notice inside our triangle, it shows us the little box right there. So just seeing it visually this way, we need to recognize that that's a perpendicular bisector. And that's going to tell us a lot of different pieces of information. Okay. So if I'm on, let's say, this line that is a perpendicular bisector to X, right? If I have a point right here, it is always going to be equidistant to the point over here. So for example, if this is -5 over here, then my point over here is going to be 5. So equidistant means equal distance, right? And no matter where I put that point, that's always going to stand true. Like say this comes to 1, then it's going to come to 1 here. Or if this one comes in between and is at 3, then or -3, then it's going to be +3 over here. So the distance is always positive, right? So don't get that confused. Like it's always going to be 3 steps from 0 in both directions. So when we look at it on a triangle, it's kind of the same setup. If PS is 10, then QP is also going to be 10. And the other way we can note that is remember these tick marks when they're the same amount of tick marks. That means that those two pieces are equal to each other. Okay. So to find QP, we just need to know simply that it's a perpendicular bisector. If this side is 10, then this side is 10. Now I want to play a what if question here. What if it said find QS, right? If it says find QS, that's this whole piece here, which means we need to know that we're just going to add them together and it's going to get us 20. Okay. Or what if it said find RS? Okay. Well, RS is over here. So it stands to make sense that if I'm equal distance across the bottom, I'm also going to be equal distance over here. So it doesn't give us any tick marks, but because it gives us this information is equal and it gives us that it's a perpendicular bisector, we know, we can reason that this would be like 2 tick marks. And this is also going to be 20. Okay, so equidistant means equal distance. The bases are going to be equal distance and the diagonals are going to be equal distance. So let's go ahead and type in here. That was 10 and see what the next question brings. So this one here says find NO. So it wants this piece right here. So we could solve all the different pieces, but we want to make sure we know what we're asking for. So again, it's a perpendicular bisector. Tells us that right there. It tells us these two pieces are equal. So therefore we know that these two pieces are also going to be equal. So that would simply just be 30. Okay. The next one, it wants us to find XY. So XY is this piece here. So again, it's a perpendicular bisector. It shows us that these two sides are equal. So therefore these two sides are also equal. So it's just based on that, we can make those decisions. This one here wants you to find MT. So let me scroll back down. MT is this piece right here. So if this is 19, this is 19. So just understanding what perpendicular bisector means and how it applies to our triangles. Find XY. Again, if this side's 32, this side's 32. Hopefully it's starting to make sense and you don't have to write down so much. Find BC. If this side's 19, this side's 19. That's how quick these can be. Find QP. So again, it just wants this section. It's got the tick mark, which means it's the same as this tick mark. So it's 18. Find RS. Well, it's this side, which is equidistant to this side. So it's 48. And then AD is this tick mark. So that's equal to that. So it's 28. So it looks like it's not going to ask us to find the whole length. Just realize that there are times that it will. So this answer, it wants you to find NO, which is 35. But I just want to bring up in case in the next lesson we see something different. If it wanted you to find WY, just realize that you would do this, which is if this is 22 and this is 22, your answer would be 44 for WY. Okay. So if you need more help, schedule a time to meet. Other than that, 10 points, get more math.